Okay, I'm back. You know who I wanted Rue to be with? I wanted Rue to be with Lexi. I don't know why. I think Lexi and Rue would have made a cute couple. But the only thing is, Rue was a drug addict, and I didn't want Lexi to be affected by Rue being a drug addict. But if I should pick any type of girl that in Euphoria besides Jules, that I do not want them to be ever together, I will pick Lexi. I don't know if Lexi's a lesbian. I don't think she is. I think she's straight. But I think like, at the time, like she was experimenting or whatever. She probably is fucking bisexual. I don't know what the fuck what type of sexuality half of these characters have. But she like if I should pick a woman that Rue Bennett should be with, I will pick Lexi. Cause Lexi, she works hard. She's focused, and she cares about Rue. Even though she's a drug addict, she still cares about her friend, right? So I will like that. But sounds like a better love story to me than whatever the fuck this shit is with Jules. Okay, Rue, Rue, and everybody's demonizing Rue, saying, "Oh, Rue's a junkie." Like, 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 like Jules had a point in slapping her. It's like Jules is the person who knows that Rue is a junkie, Rue is a drug addict. Why is she with a drug addict when she had trauma with a person who was addicted to substances, which was her mother? You don't think that's fucking crazy and odd? I think that's crazy and odd. Why would you be with someone who's causing the same trauma that you have with with someone who you are paternally close to, which is your mom? Why would you be in a relationship with like any addict after what you experienced with your mother? It looks like you like fucking attention and drama at that point. Call me ignorant all you want for saying that. Like this is why I don't like Jules. I don't like Jules because she's fucked up. She's fucked up. Like if you see a girl, okay, that's because she's pretty, and like even in Euphoria, she like Rue is played by Zendaya. Like Zendaya, she is diva, okay, and she sings good. But she's a cute, like okay, Rue Bennett is a cute girl, is a cute little biracial girl, and 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 either way, she was never ugly. Even though she had like all these mental issues, she wasn't an ugly girl. Like no one made fun of her for her appearance. Like she was just a loner that had anxiety and depression, and she had OCD, and she had like ADHD, and she had to use drugs because whatever they were giving to her wasn't working enough, or some shit like that. And her mom was like ignorant in like what mental like her sicknesses and shit, and she probably told her daughter not to even take the medication anymore because she didn't believe nothing was wrong with. You never know what's happening to Rue Bennett, because some people in the black community, they like to like be ignorant to like people who like have depression, anxiety, OCD, like ADHD and shit, and they like say, "Oh, you don't need the drugs. Like the drugs is making you more crazy," and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then they get surprised when their daughter, their son, their relative end up being a addict in the street because they're trying to numb the pain of what they have to experience every day. You don't know. You don't fucking know. Okay, so that's that's that with the mom, with Rue Bennett's mom. Like Rue Bennett's mom, she's a perfectionist. She judged her daughter for not being perfect, to be not being normal. Like the reason why I don't like Rue's mom is because she judged her own daughter for having stuff that she could not control, which was like having ADHD, having OCD, having whatever disorder that they said she had when she was a child, and leading her to being a drug addict. And then like putting her two daughters against each other. I know what was fucking happening. You could say it wasn't happening like that, but like in the end, I'm like, okay, I understand she's trying to protect the other daughter from being influenced by her other daughter, but at the same time, she knew what the fuck she was doing when she was being ignorant to like what was really going on with her daughter, just ignoring that part. Like, y- you're not gonna tell me otherwise. That's what the fuck was happening. Like, that's what the way I interpreted it when I was watching the show. Is like if you listen to like that episode when they flushed down all of the drugs down the toilet and you were hearing Rue talk, Rue was speaking the truth of how she felt the whole entire time leading to that point where all the drugs went down the fucking drain. She was speaking how she really felt about like what was happening to her and what like why she was escaping through drugs and shit. Because no one she realized like everyone didn't really care about the like what the fuck was happening to her really. They just gave a fuck about them goddamn selves. And you don't see that she was struggling and shit. And plus her dad died and like she was going through like mourning, like she was mourning over her father a lot. And they were making her go to therapy to like cope with the fact that her dad died. The mom didn't even want like mom was just like, well, she can handle it. Your mom, yeah, your daughter has like ADHD and OCD. Like your daughter is mentally sick already. I think you should make her go to a therapist to cope for the fact that her father just died. But you were just but in the black community, they just expect like, oh, like people die all the time. Like it's a natural part of life. Like if you're not strong to take it, like with me, it took a while for me to accept that my dad was dead. I till this day I can't fully accept that my dad's dead, but I have to like I accepted it, but at the time when he died, like I was a fucking train wreck, okay? I was a train wreck, okay? I don't know what like around the time in Euphoria, I don't know what grade Rue was in, but I think she was in high school. So in that time frame, in that time frame, she probably like her dad probably died around that time frame when she was in high school or when she was just got into high school, right? So that whole time she was in high school and her dad died, she started becoming a drug addict because she couldn't take because the medicine that she was getting from whatever and the wasn't working and her mom didn't bring her to therapy because maybe her mom was like broke or some shit after the dad died. But anyway, like you could have put it on some like financial like no some like Medicaid and some shit. You could put your daughter on the Medicaid and she could have got some like free therapy or like something to cope with her dad's death like or some shit. Like it took me a couple of years to like cope with the fact that my dad was dead because I felt guilty because of what happened. I'm still like, sometimes I still think about what happened, but I'm able to cope with it more. But like, I understand where Rue was coming from with that part because definitely because she was a drug addict, and I think like because she took some of her dad's medicine, it made her have a psychologically, it made her feel like she like contributed to her dad's death. That's how I interpret it. Because it's like you're taking medicine that was meant for your father to like get better or something. And it's like that shit's traumatizing after a while. But back to her and Jules. Now, when I saw like Jules in this new season of Euphoria and I'm seeing she do the same exact thing like she's been doing since season 1, sleeping with random men to get validation. I'm like, it like at some point she can't blame it on her mother for rejecting her. No one can like make an excuse like, oh, it's her mom whatever is the reason why she's like that. No, she's like that because she's fast as fuck and she thinks that she's self-absorbed and she's selfish and she's a fucking whore. And when you confront her that she's a fucking whore and she likes being loved and shit, and she's saying, "Oh my god, it's not true. That's not true. That's not true." Yes, it is true, bitch. It is true. Ruth said the fucking truth. Because when you actually, because when it's time to actually give a fuck about someone and actually love someone, and if you want them to get better or support them, you fucking leave their ass. You leave their ass because that's what you always do. You did the same shit like you did to your mother. When it was time for you to like come to your like make up with your mother or like tell your pain what you had, that what how you how like she hurted you and shit, you said fuck that, I don't want to talk about it. She did like Jules doesn't want to like experience any fucking struggle when it comes to loving somebody. She doesn't want to experience any struggle when it comes to like understanding other people's pain. She's very narcissistic. She's very Yeah, she's very narcissistic in that regard. Like she when it's time for like you see your mother is a alcoholic. You see your mother is struggling, but you think everything is about you, fucking Jules. You think everything's fucking about you. I don't like women like her. I don't like anybody. I don't like people like her. I don't like human beings like Jules. I don't like y'all motherfuckers. You, you think everything is supposed to be centered around your ass to the point that if you see someone struggling and if they did something to cause you any pain, you don't even try to figure out why. You don't even try to figure out like why the fuck did you do that to me? Why the fuck did you do that to me? You don't want to find that shit out. You don't want to find that shit out. It's not like she like the mother was laughing in your face saying, aha, and you're gonna stay in this fucking psych ward, little shit, forever. I fucking hate you. Bye. It's not like in the fucking show that it was depicted that way. The mother was probably confused, like, I don't know what's wrong with my daughter. Like, can you help her? Cause she's stabbing herself. I don't understand what's happening. She probably had no intention in like really hurting Jules like that. Because when she saw Jules, she was like, oh hi, you look very pretty. Like she was accepting of her new identity and everything when she came back. Like it really fucked me up like seeing that fucking shit with the mom. Like that shit was so fucking sad. And the fact that she made her mom relapse and then she did the same fucking shit to Jules to Rue. She did the same fucking shit. Jules did the same fucking shit to Rue. Not only did she do the same shit to her mom, at the same fucking day she did that shit to her mom when she heard the phone call, right? She 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 did the same exact thing to to Rue at the train station. She only gives a fuck about herself. She's a very narcissistic, self-absorbed person. She's a very um attention validation seeker as person. When she was jealous of Elliot at the time, right? She was jealous as fuck of Elliot because Elliot was cool with Elliot was the only cool person that yeah, he was a drug addict and he probably felt guilty after a while giving like doing drugs with Rue, but he just met Rue. He didn't know none of the two. He was chilling. I don't even know why people say Elliot's manipulative. I don't think he's manipulative. I just think he was a young guy at the time who was like, I'm just chilling. Like I don't know these girls, bro. Like, and then after a while, when he figured out that Rue is a heavy ass drug user, and she's coping with a lot of, and she's using drugs to cope with a lot of fucked up shit that's happening around her. Yeah, Elliot was helping Rue out, and then at the end, when everything happened with the drugs being flushed down the toilet, he was like, no, Drew, like Rue was like, I had to come back and say thank you because you unintentionally saved my life. You unintentionally saved my life. She acknowledged like, yo, At least you cared enough for me to like to help to save my fucking life. Because if you didn't, I probably would have overdosed and killed myself for real though. Even though you fucked up my life even harder, because I now owe a fucking drug lord dealer or some shit. And you never fucking know. He probably. I need to fucking know what happens to Elliot. I need to know because I want to know his backstory. Why is he a drug addict? I bet it's gonna be some fucking like traumatic shit. It's gonna be some crazy shit with him. It gotta be because he can't just be just like a regular fucking like drug addict like who something must have happened to him. There must be some trauma there. Like I want to know why he's a drug addict so fucking bad. Cause he seemed like he would have been a decent person even more if he wasn't a drug addict. I think like at the time he decided to like he said he's like I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't want to be taking drugs for the rest of my life. He probably went to rehab. Hopefully in this season of Euphoria, if I get to see Elliot again, like he's clean. I want him to be clean because he was like a cool ass character. I think he deserves to be clean. But Rue, she's like California sober. She's not fully clean. I was so disappointed because I wanted her to be fully clean. I wanted season 2 to actually be the last season, to be honest, because I didn't want to see her in a state where she had to take drugs again. So I hope Elliot is clean, to be honest. But back to Jules and him and Jules. With Elliot, she knew that she was jealous of Elliot, but Jules wanted to dominate Elliot. She wanted to tell Rue like, oh, just because you're getting attention from him, y- 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 remember I'm the most desirable woman in the world to you, Rue. Like, like. Oh, everybody loves me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at Elliot like validate me. When like Elliot knew what type of fucking girl Jules was. She was an attention whore. He goes through women like her like in the show it even says because I paid close attention to detail like his like aunt his family member in the show, right? He was saying like he brings in women all the fucking time to his house. He's basically a fuck boy in the series, if you want to say that about him, or he's a playboy in the series, if you want to say that, right? So he had more than once he had girls or people in his house having sex with him, right? And people were saying, "Oh, that's why he's manipulative." No, when you see a cute boy back in those days in high school, half y'all thought ass girls were faster than Mexican music, wanted to fuck these guys. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Root the only person he wasn't able to crack, and it's because she not only because she was a lesbian, because she had some pride for herself, and she wasn't no fucking whore. She wasn't no fucking hoe. The only time Rue actually wants to fuck someone is like she has like she she really want to do it with them. It is her choice. It's because she likes the quality about them or some shit. She's I don't think she's having casual sex with like so many people, and and the fact that Jules was even getting jealous over that because she wants to be the main desired person in Rue's life because she wants to control Rue and make Rue her like special sex doll for her is given misogynistic. I swear to God, Jules is the most misogynistic character in Euphoria, and you know why? Is because with trans people, I swear to God, like the way they see femininity is so misogynistic. It's so disgusting, cause like they and they say they're against misogynistic shit. No, you're not. You're with the misogynistic shit. Half of the things that you're doing to prove that you're feminine is because of misogyny. Get the fuck out of here. People gonna say I'm homophobic. Like I'm like not homophobic. I don't give a fuck about if people are gay or not. Pe- pe- people gonna say I'm transphobic. I'm not transphobic. I'm just sick of the hypocrisy y'all fucking do in that fucking community. Cause you're trying to tell women what to do with their fucking autonomy and shit. Is like, cause you see our fucking identities as being female as a fucking costume. Get the fuck out of here. That's how I feel. That's how I fucking feel at this point, because I'm sick and tired of nonsense. And like, and bitch, figure out the shit with the bathroom shit, because someone got like if you're gonna use the bathroom, just take a piss, take a shit, and just get the fuck out. You don't have to be all like staying in there long, making videos and shit, filming little girls and shit. Like that's weirdo shit. That's why people are getting weirded out by you motherfuckers when you come inside the bathroom. Like it doesn't have to be that serious. You take a shit, wash your face, wash your hands, fix your hair, and your like. If you have to put makeup on your face and get the fuck out. Half of y'all when you go in there, you're being weird, looking at girls and shit, looking at us wearing in the bathroom and shit. Like it's giving predatory. I've been hearing stories. Anyway, um, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but this is a rant because I'm like after watching Euphoria, is like I don't hate the like any of the like the actors and actresses on the show. I just hate the certain characters. I can't stand Jules and I can't stand Cassie. Oh, you think I hate girls like Cassie and I hate girls like Jules. Guys are fucking ungrateful ass bitches. You fucking ungrateful ass bitches. There's some characters I can't stand on Euphoria. Nate Jacobs, he deserves what he gets. But I kind of a little bit I feel kind of sorry for him in season 2 though, because there's a reason why he's like that. It's because his gay ass daddy, his gay ass homophobic daddy. Cause his dad was like, "Oh, I'm not gay," even though you were doing all that gay shit and you're a pedophile, bitch. Oh my god. But anyway, there's so many people I hate in that show besides Jules. So many characters I hate besides Jules. Jules is an ungrateful bitch. She used Elliot to make she was jealous of Elliot, and she thought Rue was trying to play in her face. Rue was not trying to play in her face. Rue was trying to escape her fucking pain because you left her at the train station, you fucking bitch. And she was trying to work shit out with you. She was trying to work shit out with you because she probably said like, "Oh my gosh, I dragged it. I dragged it. Let's work shit out." But Rue could better stop like making people play in her face. Like that's the only problem I have with Rue. The problem I have with Rue is she makes people play in her face, and she doesn't try to figure out. She's not okay with isolation. She needs to be okay with isolation for some time. She needs to care about herself being isolated, being at peace with herself. She doesn't like Rue, but the Bennett does not like herself, and she doesn't realize she doesn't need to fucking be perfect around people to the point or feel bad for not being perfect. She shouldn't be feeling bad for not being perfect enough to be around people like Jules any fucking way. Because people like when she's clean, no one has a problem with her. No one has a problem with her when Rue's clean. When Rue's clean, no one has a problem with her. But I think she's traumatized by what happened to her in childhood because she's also a victim of sexual assault because like she was like sexually exploited by men as a young girl. People like, oh no, like well, like the male gaze or whatever. Like she had sex like it's like she was just being like I think she was bullied as a child. I have to look back at Rue Bennett like because I watched some episodes like when she was like in school and people were like people made like she was made fun of in school and shit. So I think she was bullied and like people were like sexually assaulting her. I think she was sexually assaulted or was about to be sexually assaulted by Nate Jacobs. That's why I don't like his bitch ass. He just Rue's just being like Rue gets played in her face so much by like everybody in the show. Even like these fucking perverted ass boys in the show and shit. And people like skip past that shit. Like Rue was a victim of so much shit growing up around people, and everybody just sweeps sweeps that to the side. I swear to God, like that's why I relate to her so much because I'm like, like you're not paying attention to when this shit happened. Do you do that? Because people don't really think about why people are the way they are until they like oh my God, what if because of this is why she's doing this, or what if because of this is why he's doing that, because no one want to take accountability for their actions. Definitely Jules. That's why I can't stand this fucking character, because she's a perfect example of like when you think your actions doesn't affect people. It does. It fucking does. That's because your mother um was an alcoholic and she was confused that you're gonna fucking kill yourself. Doesn't mean you have to take your aggression out on her and make her go into a relapse. Jules. Like that's the thing. That's the fucking thing. So her with Elliot, when she slept with Elliot and didn't tell Rue about it, because Rue was never gonna sleep with Elliot, because Rue is a lesbian in the show, but she doesn't mind sleeping with men because she slept with a male before. She doesn't mind sleeping with a male person, but she doesn't get off to it like she does women or feminine people or people who are feminine in general. But she wouldn't mind like getting whatever because she experienced that before in the show. I like when you watch it again, like, and I think that's why how she found out she was a lesbian more because she's like she can't get off to like a man in general. But Elliot had a crush on her, and Jules knew that, and Jules didn't want Rue to be desired at all by any man, by anybody but her, basically. But she definitely didn't want her to be desired by Elliot because she wanted to conquer. She wants to conquer men. I don't know no, because she didn't have no fucking issues with her dad. So I don't know why she wanted to conquer men. At the same time, she doesn't want to be a man, but she want to conquer men. I want to know what happened to her and her dad because it looks like she had a healthy relationship with her father. So there's no reason for the reason why Jules is the way she is, except for she being a selfish, entitled, sex deviant bitch who want everything her way. Like she's a flawed character. She's a heavily flawed character that has no depth that much into her at all. She's just doing shit because she's just mentally insane, in my opinion. And I feel bad for Rue, and she like Rue saw that shit later on in season 2, but she just went right back into Jules's clutches mentally, and like when she got slapped in season 3, I wanted her to go back in there and beat Jules's ass. Like I really wanted Rue to beat her ass, like get back in there. It's like, bitch, yeah, I wanted her to like risk going to fucking jail. Just, because I'm like, after everything that this woman went through with you, you're gonna like slap her after you contributed to reason why she owes Lori thousands of dollars because you flushed everything down the toilet, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. But anyway, that's how I feel about why Jules and Rue are not meant to be together. Because it like Jules is using Rue as a coping mechanism for her mother, and Rue is trying to escape using Jules as an escape because she feels insecure about herself in a way. And definitely when it comes to romance with like feminine women and shit. Cause she had a cute relationship with that Latina woman in the new season. I think they were cute, but she was trying to bring her to rehab and then she escaped rehab. Hopefully nothing bad happened to her.